Justin or Travis, if you're in the chat, put it in there. He DM'd it to us on Instagram.
Really?
The guy got the videos.
We have boots on the ground.
And DM'd it to us on Instagram. Yeah, he's. I guess he sends us a ton of stuff. So shout out to him. I can't remember his name. I feel bad. But it's real quick.
Let's see.
When you signed in that contract with the Lions, Soon. Okay, that's all I need to hear. When you signed in that contract with the Lions, Soon. Okay, that's all I need to hear. When you signed in
Woodward, boots on the ground, got the breaking story.
Yes.
Kirby Joseph called us a sports TMZ at the MIS on Sunday.
Really?
Yeah.
He saw JB Smooth standing there with his Woodward polo and his Woodward hat on. And he was just like, "Oh shit, it's sports TMZ."
Kirby was with us at Feldman Chevrolet right after he got drafted. He was in town for OTAs.
Yeah.
Remember that, D-Mac?
Yeah,
came and kicked it with us for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Malcolm came on the air and
Kirby
all that
and
stuff.
Malcolm, yeah, that was sweet. Kirby didn't go on air, but he walked behind the camera a couple times and looked at it.
Yeah.
That's when I did. That's when I what was it, like 8 hot dogs in an hour?
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, they were doing the hot dog day.
Yeah,
you were slowing down at the end.
I was. I powered through.
You did. You absolutely did. D-Mac, that was the look of a guy that knows it's happening, right? Like, you saw that look on his
Well, he
face.
said soon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, cat's out of the bag, whatever like that. I'd like to thank Cash Doll.
Shout out
for
Cash
all her,
Doll for
all her
sure.
contributions to not only the city, but to her man. And doing all, and if you've seen her Instagram or whatever, you know, she's been
Absolute legend in the city, and just another chip in the resume.
I always thought this was pretty much the plan all along.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think it has to do more with being the veteran, and we don't need you at OTAs, and it's going to cost a little bit less, and this is the deal. And maybe it was go see if there's something else for more money. We understand that.
No, I think it's a mix of that, D-Mac. I think it is. We'll wait.
Yeah, well,
whatever you can get done.
Yeah,
get it done, and then I'll kind of swoop in.
I ain't gonna hold you back.
Right.
But it's more or less Brad Holmes knowing he's not going to get paid on the market, and then he'll come up. But also knowing that Za'Darius Smith ain't going to take, like, there's something that he's not going to take $4 million from somebody else. He's trying to get $10 million, right? But he's going to come back here and take 4.5 or 5.
And we're like second in the league in cap space right now. He's like, it's going to happen. And again, shout out to Cash Doll. I don't think we could.
She's not getting enough credit, I think, in the streets. Is that fair to say?
That is fair
I just
to
gave
say.
it to
Yeah.
her.
D-Mac, good on you.
Heavyweights have been pushing it for sure. And
No, I mean,
D-Mac just gave it to her.
When that happens, that's when I see her next time, and that I'm going to be saying that's your thank you.
And Norm,
one of my favorite hits.
His name is Norm. That sent us the video. He was at the BET Awards. That was him asking Za'Darius, and he DM'd it to Woodward.
Shout out Norm.
Shout out to Norm.
Shout out Norm.
That's our guy. But no, D-Mac, I mean, like, look, there's not a ton to analyze here. It did just kind of pop in my head, though, because then the rational question will be, then why isn't it done? And the reason I think it's not done, for real, is, and it's not because he doesn't want to do training camp. I don't think anyway. Like, I don't think he's going to come swooping in August or whatever. I legit think it's one of those things where we're going to see, okay, what's the market look like? Guys that get cut. Guys that get cut in camp. How can you improve this team? Because Za'Darius Smith has been very open about the fact there's one thing missing. He's done the All-Pro, the Pro Bowls, all that stuff. There's one thing missing, man. And I think he's on board for it. And I legit think that he's gonna kind of get him where he fits in, and he wants all angles addressed that can be.
Yeah.
I legit think that.
Yeah.
That Brad's like, we got you. You're gonna be here. You want to be here. We want you here. But we want to get whatever we can get locked and loaded.
Sorry, Smitty. Here's the thing too. They're gonna have the man-to-man conversation. What's best for the team, and understand all this, because what do you say? He's chasing a ring. So Brad might be a conversation. Let me see what I can do first, right? To not have him on the roster might not deter somebody else to come, or if somebody else gets cut, like you said.
Yeah.
I guess what's the like? I don't see him going anywhere else.
No.
I would agree with that.
Right now.
I don't see him going anywhere else. And his name is his Instagram is @ABBNorm. So if you want to drop him a follow, shout out to him. And then you look at that, when they re-sign Za'Darius Smith, because this is, we've all been, like you said, we all kind of thought that this was going to happen, but now it's looking like it's really going to happen. You look at that rotation opposite Aiden Hutchinson. You got Marcus Davenport, who, if he can stay healthy, can do it all. You've got Josh Pascal, who is an elite run stopper.
In a contract year.
And you've got Za'Darius Smith, who is an elite quarterback killer. So you've got a very good rotation of edge rushers opposite of Aiden Hutchinson.
Would that be help?
That would be help,
Is that enough help?
I think that's enough help.
If when Za'Darius Smith signs, because I think it's win.
Yeah.
Can we put that to bed?
I think we can, yes.
Can we?
We should. I don't think we
Will
can.
we?
No, probably not. Even though
I like the regression
Even
there.
though literally everybody, when it was happening, was like, just re-sign Za'Darius. That's all we're asking for. So keep that same energy, because it's going to happen. I believe. I hope.
Sua in the chat.
I'd be surprised if it doesn't.
Z can't play every down because he can't play the run. Doesn't need to. They're an elite run-stopping unit. As currently constructed. Shout out to Norm, though, by the way.
Shout out to Norm.
That was an elite catch.
Yeah. He said, all right, that's all I need to hear.
No, but like it was an elite catch that probably wasn't celebrated in this town the way that it should be from a media perspective, and we all know why.
Yeah.
We all know why. And I'll just leave it at that.
Shout out Norm.
Shout out Norm, man. That's why we're good here, because the people are good.
Yep.
The fans are good.
And shout out to Kendrick for winning like 5 BET awards and then flying to Detroit and performing like that the next night.
Yeah. For real. Yeah, I expect that to get done. Obviously, I think we all do. I do legit think that they are just waiting to maximize everything that they can get from a market perspective. Shams Charania with a little bit of breaking NBA news. And we can talk about this stuff now because I think that we're in this space.
Yep.
Is that fair to say?
That is fair to say.
Like stuff that impacts the NBA as a whole, and we will be in markets.
We're an upper echelon team in the NBA now.
Bingo.
Not elite yet, but we're above the median.
That's fair. Shams Charania, ESPN reporting the Phoenix Suns and Kevin Durant's business partner are sorting through trade options with interested teams mainly featuring Houston, San Antonio, Minnesota, Miami, and New York.
I wouldn't mind to get some kickback from Houston. Maybe Jabari Smith has to be moved in a deal like that, and the Pistons are a guy that could throw their hat in the ring to get someone. But Jabari Smith will probably go.
2 things about that.
I'd love to be a third in whatever deal happens.
I don't want to be the primary.
No.
I don't, because I don't want to get, when you have a list of that many teams,
asking price is going to be insane.
And Houston, if it's Houston, like
they got a lot to give.
Phoenix is going to end up giving up like Jalen Green. For real.
Probably, yeah. It'd probably be Jalen Green,
Jabari Smith,
and a couple picks.
Like they're going to give up a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not interested, man. I hope
but
the
you're
people
interested in, like you've said and you've introduced to us, how being the third wheel to make a deal happen and getting some juice on it, whether it's the picks or some money down the road or whatever like that. That's I think where we're at right here, where Trajan's at too.
Probably. I'm trying to think. Like, I don't think Phoenix would do that without getting Jalen Green.
Right.
Like, he's got to be the center part of it. But also, I feel like Fred VanVleet has to be involved in it as well
because of the numbers.
And Amon can just. He's your starting point guard next year. Like, so Fred VanVleet kickback maybe? I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it's interesting, man, because again, I'm not really interested, so I'm kind of glad to not see the Pistons on that list. I like it from Spenny's perspective of third team in. What can we kind of pick through? Yeah, who's going to be the numbers victim?
Mm-hmm.
It's more like just like window shopping. You know, sort of like going around or at Easter Market or whatever. It's like looking at some stuff going, oh, hey, can we get in on this? How can I help? I don't think and are we in a position right now? Like, I'm still eager. Who's that guy? Is that guy out there right now, or is it a year away? Are we more of a year away, or is it right now for the Pistons? And I think it's more with what they've built is still ancillary into probably next offseason when that's the big move. Because you don't want, like, who's the big guys now? Like, you don't want any of this.
I'm not interested in
You're not interested because you just got to this next level, right? You're not to the elite level yet, but you got to this better than better than half the teams level, you don't want to do anything to